Let me tell you a story. 15 years ago, I was a gremlin, and I was forced to go to this place that we called school. And at that school, there was fellow gremlins just like me. It just happened that those fellow gremlins happen to like video games like I do. So 28 years later, I challenged one of those gremlins to a game jam. Come see how this 1 month game jam turned into 3 months, and it has never ended. I'm still continuing this project, and it goes on forever. And yeah, it's so much fun. Commencing the... what month is it? May. The May game jam. And the theme is time is a resource. So we must incorporate that into your game somehow. Okay, your twist for your game is grapple.
What was something actually insane, man?
What?
Do you want to take a wild guess of the idea I had for your twist?
You're not giving me the exact same, are you? It was indeed the exact same one. Which neither of us end up using the tryst that we gave each other for our games, so... yeah. Okay. We got our ideas.
Okay. I can do that.
See you in a month.
Okay.
I went ahead and invited some of the greatest minds that I know. And the ideas we came up with, it was certainly something.
Like, if you think about it legitimately, if you look at that, like, Squidward's nose is not going to be bone or anything, so that's kind of what his skull would look like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Nose is not
But
gonna be
also,
a
at the
boner.
same time, Squidward wouldn't have a skull because he's a
Oh,
squid.
right. He wouldn't.
No, I just imagine your fingers like without flesh.
Please don't- Why are you imagining my fingers without flesh?
Well,
Have you ever seen the like cartoons where they dip their hands in acid and they take it out and it's only bones?
why is that what you're thinking of his fingers looking
What
like?
fucking
What's the,
cartoons did you
what's the
watch when you were a
opposite?
kid?
What's the opposite of fat fingers? Having no flesh on your fingers.
Having no
Or
fingers?
just having, just say, like, thin or
Like-
skinny fingers. Not
No, having
bony.
literally no flesh on your fingers. Like, boom.
Jackson,
It's
I've
not a
never-
thing that anyone can relate to.
After our genius thinking was finished, we came up with the idea of Zebo. Zebo is going to be a 2D platformer and puzzle game, and the entire story takes place on planet Earth except all of humanity is extinct, so the only thing that remains is robots and mutated animals. As you can see, Zebo is a robot, and alongside him is a village full of other robots. It's probably the only civilization that's left on Earth. Technically it's a floating island, but potato potato. Anywho, your generators are dying, your power source, and they're dying fast. So you have to go down to Earth and find a new power source before all of your friends die. Easy, right? Wrong. Everything's out to kill you. Mostly everything. You'll see what I mean when you play the game. First things first, I went and I created a player movement. The most important thing in a game is the controls have to feel satisfying. It is a thing that players don't really notice, but if it's not there, that's the only thing they'll be able to focus on. The controls are close to a momentum-based movement, where you have sliding, dashing, and a really fast movement, and it gives a great feel for when you're doing parkour. This movement's also good because the player can speedrun the game if they choose to. Now that the controls are done, we're going to step 2 to making the game feel very satisfying, and that is the player animation. For Zebo's animations, we're going to be splitting him into 4 parts, and each of his parts are going to have their own animator controllers. The 4 parts will be the head, the arms, the body, and then the chest display. When done correctly, this allows the body to do a running animation while the arm to do a shooting animation at the same time. The issue is, I've never done this technique before, so it took a few tries. Finally, it's working. Kinda, what? Is that a dancey dance? Yo, he's doing a little dancey dance. Now that the basic controls are done, I decided to move on to the intro of the game, so I have something a little bit more visual to look at. I wanted the starting place to be on a floating island that's way above the Earth. This would give a sense that the only safe place remaining on Earth is this village floating in the sky, and everything below it is dangerous. I really took inspiration from one of my favorite childhood games, Zelda Skyward Sword. Like, I just love the feel of the floating island and just the aesthetics of it, so I tried to make my own version of it. I went and I spent about a week putting the pixel art together, and now it's that time to actually put in the game and add some lighting, particle effects, and give it a cool vibe. Quick side note, I finally opened up my own Patreon page. I'm currently working on this game close to full-time hours right now, so support there really helps me keep going and put time into making it the best that I can be. There's no pressure at all. If you just enjoy watching these devlogs, that already means a ton to me. But if you want to support the project directly, the link is below. But either way, thank you for your support. I have the player start below the island, because this is going to be my first time ever using lighting in a 2D game. Heads up, there's a lot of first times with this game. But yeah, I wanted it to have a mystical feel, and I felt like a darker vibe underneath the island would be a good place to start. At the start, I spent a lot of time experimenting with what effects I wanted in my game. Like what items I wanted to give off light, having the particles change in size to try to give the game a deeper feel and depth. I even spent 3 days making my first shader pack, just to give Zebo a glowing effect in his face, and then I didn't like it, so I threw it out. But I might go back to in the future, but that's on the back burners for now. The month time limit was almost up. The game was coming along really nicely. I was loving the atmosphere, the lanterns, the street lamps my girlfriend designed, and the parallax background. It was really giving it a good feel. I quickly realized if this was an actual game jam, I would be screwed. Even if I buckled down and tried really hard, I would only finish the intro in time for this game. This is when I came to the revelation that Zebo was not a game jam kind of game, but I'm going to spend the rest of the year working my butt off to finish this game because I want to see the full results. Every game needs a story, and I'm not the greatest storyteller, so I decided to do it through dialogue, through the villagers. I added the villagers into the game, I started adding some background items and just some more lighting, make it feel like a more actual village, and then I created the most basic dialogue system I could so I can start getting some jokes and stories in there to give the game more personality. That little guy, oh my lord. I swear, I'm an adult. Kinda. As I was saying, that little guy is the chief. What the? I'm struggling here. He's the chief that gives the main storyline and tells us where we have to go in the game. I don't know why I made the chief such a little guy. I thought it'd be funny. He's a cute little fella. I wanted every level and every area to have a bonus part of the game. Somewhere the player can face a good challenge, but it's not mandatory, and I was trying to think of an entrance into it, and since the theme is robots, I decided to make it like a mythical CPU that floats around and you can find in every level. After adding all of the background items into the game, it was time to go and check out and test out the bonus area. Of course you have to have a villager with the most basic dialogue explaining what every little thing is, or else no one would know how to play the game. Now, there's still lots of fine-tuning that needs to be put into this, like transitions, mainly just transitions between the areas, but overall I think you get the idea of what I was going for. This is still the tutorial, so I made the first bonus area really easy so people just have a good idea, but later in the game it's going to be a lot harder. And with that, that was everything I was able to do for the first month of Zebo. Huh, that was really weird. It's almost like that was a mini teaser for the next video for what's to come of this game. Now it is time to show off the final results of my hard work at the end of this month. And I will be showing this off with custom music for this game. Hey, psh, it's me again. I want to quickly give out a shout out to Melanade for making the custom music for my game. The music was a perfect fit for what I was going for, so thank you again. I also want to get you guys' opinion on how the video was. I focused more on the final results with this video instead of the technical side, but if you guys want me to go back to go into final details with that, please say so and I can switch back. Like I said, all input is very welcome. Thank you again for watching.